People always attribute success to talent. It is enough for you to achieve a certain success in a specific field, so some people say to you, "You have a talent." There is a deep-rooted belief in people's minds that talent is the key to the greatest success, and that it is what gives us the ability to continue on the path without hardship. However, this belief is a delusion of the great illusions we live in. If talent is the key to success, then why do we find many talented people who have failed and have not achieved any success in their lives? Here comes the book, Talent is Never Enough, to clarify this truth and prove it through real-life examples. If talent was enough, then the most talented people would be the most successful, but this is not the case. This book does not diminish the role of talent in human life, but only confirms that it alone is not enough to achieve goals and fulfill desires. Talent is Never Enough, by John C. Maxwell. The problem with human is that he aspires to achieve his biggest goals and wildest desires without realizing that success is primarily about self-confidence. One cannot be successful while failing to establish the pillars of self-confidence within himself and failing to create a kind of psychological stability. Lack of balance and loss of confidence are obstacles to our development and progress in both our professional and social lives, and only a few people pay attention to this fact despite its utmost importance. When we fail to achieve what we want, we often attribute it to a lack of talent, while it is primarily related to a lack of confidence. There is no doubt that in the course of our lives, we often overlook some matters that may seem obvious to us and require little effort and thought. But upon reflection, we find that confidence is the axis upon which successes are founded. Simply put, it unleashes all the internal abilities and skills to emerge and take shape in the best form and appearance. Confidence, to be more precise, is the only thing that helps you see things and achieve them. Bit to remember, confidence is the true foundation of success. Human life is full of passion, and when we talk about passion, we mean the feeling and sensation of a wild desire to achieve goals and fulfill desires without any limits. Why do we say this? Because if we want to climb to the top or achieve a goal, we need something that propels us to where we want to be, where we can reach the pinnacle of our dreams and hopes. Passion for things is what drives you to do what is required in the best way possible, and perhaps strive to master and refine it. It is like fuel, if you will, as it ignites the engine within you and provides it with the necessary energy for sustainable work that does not stop at a limit, and does not care about the challenges and obstacles scattered along the way. When passion takes hold of a person, failure becomes a step towards success, not the opposite. This is what is required of every individual who is shattered by any step he takes. In the absence of passion, nothing motivates one to continue the path, and the individual leans towards negativity. This negativity then turns into a deadly nihilism that destroys all that is beautiful in life. At this point, the person loses his compass, and reality becomes a hell that kills all hope of reaching one's goals. Bit to remember, passion works in the human psyche like energy that fuels an engine. Humanity could not have reached where it is today and achieved what it has without the power of initiative. The primitive human being, with or without consciousness, believes that life develops by taking initiative and competition to achieve the qualitative addition that the realistic human achieves, not the idealistic one. People often wait in a deadly dependency for someone else to take on their responsibilities. Each individual abandons his role in favor of another in the absence of initiative and the courage to achieve things. If we look closely at the history of human progress, we will find that every invention, discovery, and scientific and intellectual revolution was initiated by its creators, and if they abandoned their roles in search of flimsy excuses and justifications, we would be living in darkness today. This is the human lesson that everyone should read with caution and foresight. If we come back with our minds on how humanity has reached this point, we will find that everyone who took initiative throughout human history understood a secret known only to geniuses. It is that the driving force behind everything is initiative, which means action, movement, and courage in thinking and acting. When this driving force intensifies, all obstacles and challenges surrounding reality disappear, and the immortal saying is fulfilled, victory is an hour of patience. Bit to remember, initiative works to activate talents within the human psyche. We may think that the successes we achieve are only due to luck, or that they are things made by this talent or that. However, reality confirms the opposite, as successes can only be achieved without complete focus on talents and refining them until they mature and bear fruit of success after another. There is an example that embodies this matter, as when we observe the reality of children as they move from one game to another, we discover that their lack of focus on things makes their whole life a series of frivolity, and when focus is lacking, many things cannot be achieved, and this observed reality forces us to read the scene differently. Focus puts things in their proper place and makes our ideas, actions, and possessions meaningful. Talent without focus is a form of pure frivolity, as human movement in its absence resembles that of a lost person in a desert without a compass or direction. This is what focus does in all our lives, as it gives meaning to things, guides our movements so that we do not lose our way, and ensures that our intentions do not disappear. Bit to remember, focusing on talents directs human movement towards achieving one's goals.